Hello, today we're going over the features, startup, and assembly of cytolytic steamship cargo, or the SSS cargo for short. So, for the features, we have a clock tower that is being run by a windmill, a side windmill, which is mostly for aesthetics, a secret chimney windmill, which is for extra stress units, another windmill which can be also rotated and also mostly for statics, a sail in the back, and this can actually provide a lot of turning power, so that's pretty good. Two propellers in the back here which can also reverse. Each one of them can also reverse, so they can also provide a better turning power and also a way to stationarily uh, turn to each side. An inner gyroscopic propeller, and this one is to provide a lot more balance for the ship and as well as power. Two steam engines, which provides 300,000 in total stress units, well, 300,000 estimation. A secret also backups, well, technically you can also use this. An extra steam engine hidden inside a chimney, and this one provides around 32,000 stress units, as well as an elevator, which is a way for you to get into the hull as well as get into the cockpit. Which is, speaking of, here's the cockpit, and in the cockpit, here you can see that there is controls for the left, right, and front balloon, so you can manually adjust it. Out here in the back, there's control for the left balloon here on top and as well at the bottom. In the middle is the front balloon, I mean. And in these two, I mean these four right here are uh for the left balloons. Oh wait, yeah, no, this for the right balloons, I mean. And this for the left because they're facing that way and the right balloons are facing this way. Here is the display for what throttle speed you're currently going. This is for the clutch, and this is for the altitude sensor, which is not connected right now. And here is just symbol gimbal sensor as well as a velocity sensor. There is also a navigation table here so that you can figure out where you're going. And in the controls, this is for increasing the throttle power, decreasing it. This is for turning left, I mean turning right, turning left using the sail only. Here's the clutch. Here is for turning on the autopilot mode. This is for reverse turning. This is for turning one of the engines to reverse so that you can go to the left side. And this one goes to the right side so that you can turn without moving too much. Here is the garage door, which is powered by a windmill right here. Here is the crate workshop, which provides most of the crate components. So we have a saw here, as well as a deployer, a presser, a compactor, a mixer, as well as a spout, and we also have a crusher here. And this can all be automatically sent down into the warehouse. And here's the warehouse, which technically contains 7 bolts systems, but this one is used for the machine. So this is where all of the materials from your machines will go through, and you can use the rest however you like. And this is just a way for you to receive the items you want to get from the bolt. Here in the hall, we have 3 sets of crop arms, a driller, as well as a elevator, a rope elevator with stickers on the bottom, so you can also dock your ship, or you can also use it to actually steal stuff. This is just a little small bulk smelter, cooker, as well as a washer. Well, you do have to put water in that lid. And here is our other cobblestone generator, but this also for scoria, limestone, as well as a calcite. And we have here our amethyst farm, and you need to actually manually place the amethyst buds yourself. Here outside, we have tanks here. This is mostly for aesthetic, but you can actually use a pump here to extract lava from outside sources. So when you're traveling, you can use this pump here to actually extract lava. And here is a chain conveyor which is actually connected to the power to the engine. So you can actually more automatically extract lava or any kind of fluid source into these tanks. And that's about it for most of the features, functionality wise. Now we can dive into some of the rooms that I actually designed for some of these buildings. Here's a little recreational area for the pilots as well as the other uh, operators of the ship. Here are the bunk beds for the pilots as well as the other operators of the ship and maybe other workers as well. Here's a little masonry area as well as where your waystone is located, so you can set your waypoint here. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm going for this. I think it's just like I don't know. I don't know what to actually. Yeah, I have no idea. Here is a little kitchen that I designed with Farmer's Delight, as well as a navigation room, a little enchanting area. And here we have the brewery station, and this is where your warplate's gonna be, which will transfer you into the inaccessible areas around my ship, which will also grant you access to some of the other inaccessible areas in my ship. And here is a little smithing area for you to do your smithing, I guess, as well as your blasting processes. And now we can head over to assembly. When assembling your ship, you're gonna want to make sure that all parts of your ship are actually honey glued. So, this is actually problematic because this honey glue is reaching to the floor, which is not ideal. Actually, that's clipping into the floor. That is very not ideal. You do not want that to happen. But because I'm lazy, what I can just do is do this. Now that we gave enough clearance for our ship underneath, you're gonna want to make sure that your glue is not sticking to any of the surfaces outside. So you might want to actually support your ship in some kind of support, some kind of I don't know, some stick on the outside on the sides of the ship so that it doesn't actually touch the ground. It accidentally turn or mix with the blocks below. And you're just gonna want to make sure now that everything is glued in place. Make sure that this is not part of the honey glue. This part can. Actually, I'm not really sure if this is required to be honey glued. I just don't honey glue this. Instead, I glue this instead. So this is all glued. I think this can be part of the honey glue, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. Even if it's a little bit sticking out right here, I think it's fine. But you're gonna want to make sure that everything is securely within the glue. Make sure the top is reaching, and be sure everything inside is properly glued as well. So this is within the boundaries of the glue, so we should be good there. Next, let's make sure that everything, all of the windmill sails are properly glued, so I don't think it's this actually glued. Yeah, I don't think this one is glued, so we're just gonna quickly glue this one. There we go. Make sure this is also properly glued. Even though this glue is reaching to the sides here and is touching with the iron, because this iron is actually not properly connected to the main wheel, it's not actually gonna join together when this windmill actually spins. Make sure this is properly glued as well. This one should be glued as well. And make sure to glue this one as well in the garage door. And aside from that, make sure to glue the bottom of this. The sail frame can actually be used in order to connect it all together. So there we go. Once everything seems to be in order and in place, we can now assemble this to an actual ship. And there we go. Before you actually assemble the ship, make sure you go to the cockpit first and see if the balloons are in zero, because this needs to be in zero so that your ship won't randomly float. And everything seems to be in zero, so we should be good. Then you can assemble it after that. Once everything has been assembled, you're gonna want to, if you're back down here, you can actually use these handles to prop yourself up into the ship. So just hold this, then you're gonna have to scroll a bit there. And you're gonna want to go over into the stairway, climb these stairs, and go ahead and destroy this warp plate, and replace it again, which should give you its attuned shard. And you're gonna want this shard to go over. Once you climb up from this part, you're gonna want to go over here, climb yourself up here, hold this one, and hold this one, and jump over here. It's a bit of a parkour challenge actually. And go ahead and just destroy glass there. And just replace it again. There we go. And this is now your way for you to actually enter the inaccessible areas of the ship a lot more easier. So make sure to read the signs. So, enchanting room. This should actually be called brewing room. Hold on. There we go. And go ahead and replace this warp plate. Get its attuned shard. Place the one that's in the previous one there. Teleport here. Place the new attuned shard that you just got. And there you go. Now you can go ahead and do the rest for the other inaccessible parts of the ship. For the main engine, you're gonna want to, of course, replace the warp plate, take the stone, then actually go up here and do the same process right here. So just place your attune shard, teleport back, place the second attune shard, and that should allow you to access the main engine a lot easier. Then go ahead and do the same process for the rest of the warp plates. A little info about these redstone links. Back here in the cockpit, you're gonna see all of these redstone links that's lined up in front of on top of your ceiling. And these are actually the indicators for what you need to turn on around the ship. And so the main engine earlier had the green one. So once we turn on the main engine, you're gonna want to flip this lever on. So let's go ahead and start up this engine. What you're gonna want to do is actually make sure that your deployer, your mechanical arm, is have targets, and make sure to have some lava as well in the cauldron here. And go ahead and go to this side. You're gonna see this little trap door here, so you can go here and make sure to place water right in this pump here, which will cause an infinite water source right there. And now you can just feed one of the blazes with with lava, and make sure to put the water here, and that should probably start out the process. Then you can do the same process right here as well. Oh, and another thing is make sure to put a bucket right there. Oh, I just placed down all of my buckets. Hold on, let me just get another bucket. There we go. And go here and do the same process. There we go. And that should be starting now. I just needed to place a bucket there and as well as a lob source. I mean, as well as a water source. Once it reached 147,000 SU, that should be around the max. This one doesn't seem to be in max. I think this one is a bit full. Ooh, yeah, no, that was. So make sure to only place one bucket so that they can actually work properly. And you can do the same thing for this ship as well. Make sure to have your lava bucket as well as a bucket. So get yourself another bucket. That's why you need three. Place it right there. And let's see here. 16,000. 32,000. Oh, it's already starting. So yeah, you need to get yourself a single bucket for this one. And go ahead and turn the lever for this one as well to indicate that you've started two of the engines that you needed. And once you go over here, alright, my bad, I keep forgetting that you actually need to turn this counterclockwise in order for you to start up the windmill. But before you actually start up the windmill, you're gonna want to turn this to this side. So if you look over here, you're gonna see that you can actually use a steering wheel to turn this around and then turn on power on the windmill and go ahead and turn on the lever right here to indicate that you've successfully set up the windmill for this one. You can then go back into this location, then teleport to the chimney windmill, and in here you're gonna want to turn on this lever to indicate that you power it. And sorry, it's a bit dark, let me just turn on the brightness. Make sure this facing counterclockwise, and you can turn this on as well. Then in this one, if you don't know how to climb up this one, make sure to do the same process here. Climb up there, there, and in here, you're gonna see that where's the engine? Hold on. Where's the engine? Oh, here it is. So yeah, you can actually, I think it's best for you to enter this way. Then yeah, then turn it on that way. So if you're here, go here, sneak, and then you can turn it on that way. Make sure this is also facing so you can actually destroy this block counterclockwise, and face this block again, and now you can turn it on, and that's how you turn the side wheel on. For the clock tower, you're gonna want to go ahead and go back into this area, climb up the stairs, and once you reach the ladder, actually, there's a little indicator here. Turn that on, and make sure it's glued. I think it's pretty glued, right? And you can just turn that on, and that should power on the clock tower. For the elevator, go to this side. You're gonna want, oh, what the hell? Why is there sands in the painting? Wait, why is there sands in the painting? Anyways, you can actually go from the stairs into the farm and into this side, then you're gonna, well, honestly, you're just gonna scaffold your way up here, then destroy this large water wheel, place it back again. That should power up the elevator. Then you can right click this, and from here you can just go down. You can just keep going down actually, and there we go. Oh, right. Make sure to power on the indicator right here as well. So I think the lever got destroyed by the water, so just power that on, and there you go. Now, if you go down here to the bottom, you're gonna find yourself inside of the hull. So right here, turn on this windmill. There we go. All right, and this is a way to actually close it. So there's also a way to close it from the outside source. Why is it not? Okay, that's really scary. Why is it not doing that? Why is it extending to the very top? So let's just wait for this to actually come back. And yeah, no, there you go. Torsion springs are really scary, man. And here you can just start this up. You can turn off the what do you call this? The I'm not sure what it's called. Okay, I can't actually touch it. There we go, the portable storage interface. You can turn that up so that it won't immediately send the forms, the materials into the chain conveyors. So just do the same process here. Turn that on. There we go. This one that should turn on. So for the prog port placement, make sure that all of the prog ports are named. So you're placing them, connect them to a chain conveyor, then name them to however you like. Just make sure to name them. And make sure to name this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Then go over here and make sure to name this one as well, and also connect it to the chain conveyor right here. So you see the white, there you go, and just name it, and go here, name this one and connect it to this chain conveyor. And this one's a bit complicated, so you're gonna want to destroy that. Climb up here, make sure you have a crawling mod, and if this is powered, check if the belt is going this way. If it is, then power this on, because it's working. That means it's working. And here you can actually see the conveyor right here, so you can actually connect your prog this way. So click that and place it, and of course name it, then destroy this one, go back here and connect it, and place it and name it, and there you go. You're gonna want to also name the rest of your prog ports here, so make sure to name this one. There's actually a slight little chain here, so let's just say name is B1 for bolt 1, this one for bolt 2, and bolt 3, 4, 5, 6, and this one is actually for your receive, so just name this receive or something. And this one we're gonna keep as a normal name. This is the only frog port where we're not gonna name, so that means all of the materials that are coming from the farms from around your ship are all gonna get sent over to this one prog port right here. So this will be your main boat where all of your materials will be collected. And then you can just place down a clipboard here so you can send it to either bolts or to the receive. And yeah, you've done your rotation right when this uh what do you call this, the fans here are blowing out, because if they're blowing out, that means that the rotation of everything around your ship means they're going exactly the same, and they're going in the right way and not causing the fans here to blow inward. Back here in the hull, you're gonna want to go over here, and here you can actually place down your map so that you can autopilot there. And you're gonna want to climb up here, go here, make sure to get yourself another torsion spring. I'll probably put a torsion spring here instead. So place down your torsion spring right there, facing this way. And make sure to set this to 50 degrees. Make sure it's 50 degrees or 45, but I prefer 50. And then you're gonna want to go over here. So you're gonna climb up here. Preferably here. Okay. And then right. Oh wait, no. Actually, yeah, you're gonna actually climb up here. Then right over there, you're gonna see that there's actually a water wheel here. So just destroy that, replace it, then just cover it all back up. This will power up your sails, and once you're actually inside up here, I'm actually gonna place down scaffolding here. Oh, that's a casing. Okay. So I'm actually gonna place down a scaffolding right here, and that will allow you to enter here. So this is actually the side wheel from outside. So once you successfully turn that on, you can then flip this on to indicate that you successfully started that one. And that leaves us with most of these turned on except for these two. So for this last pink one, you're gonna head over outside of here and then turn this switch on. And then as you can see here, it's actually the cuckoo clock right here. And there will be a water wheel here right there. So to actually here, just go here, dig, crawl under here, and then just uh just destroy the ship and replace it again. There you go. And that should be working with 8 stress units. I forgot to mention, in the garage door, make sure to flip the switch, indicating that you successfully set up the garage door. And there we go. I forgot to mention again, get yourself some saplings, oak sapling or oak or what do you call this? Birch sapling will do. And get your dirt. Make sure to place a cart there actually. So place down a cart. There we go. Then turn this wrench on and give this deployer sapling, and there you go. That's your tree farm. And now you can set this interval, this timer here, to any ticks. So it can be 10 ticks or something like that. And this will, you can put dispenser, you can put bone meal. For the altitude sensor here, go ahead and get yourself a display link, but I'm pretty sure I already have a display link. And go back here. All right. Right. Right click with the display link, the vacuum tubes there. Go up here and oh, there it is. Place down your display link there and right click it. air pressure, and that should be reading the air pressure. A little indicator actually. This brown wool here means that you're reversing using the by reversing the propellers. So left and right, and these are by using your sails. So left and right, and once you start up everything, once every light here is turned on, you can then go on and set sailing. Make sure to increase your front balloon first, then you can increase your left and right balloon after. Then these are your left balloons. I mean, these are your right balloons, left balloons, and then in the middle here are your middle balloons. And so yeah, that's about it. This is a really long video. I've really tried to make this short. I've actually re-recorded this like 2 times already. But yeah, that's about it. And so goodbye and see you later.